Hey everyone, welcome from Crater Lake National Park. My name's Stephanie, I'm an interpretive ranger here in the park, and today I'd like to lead a virtual walk up Mount Scott, which takes you to the highest point in the park, situated at 8,929 feet high. So it's an awesome hike. You'll see that it's about 4.4 miles round trip. You do gain 1,250 feet elevation total, so we consider it a strenuous hike here in the park. In order to prepare for this hike, I would encourage you to carry at least 1 liter of water per person. Make sure you have plenty of snacks to fuel up on the hike. We encourage a first aid kit. Definitely bring an extra layer. It can get cooler in the afternoon. If you're heading up at night, and we encourage it all the time, make sure you have a headlamp and anything else that you think you might need on your way up the trail. Obviously your camera for some awesome pictures as well. So Mount Scott is located here on the eastern side of the park. It is one of the oldest rock features within the park. It is about 420,000 years old, and it represents one of our first eruptions from this magma chamber that built up Mount Mazama, which later erupted and caved in, forming Crater Lake. So it's an awesome hike. You'll see ground squirrels, Clark's nutcrackers. Every now and then you might see a bird of prey. I've definitely seen osprey, red-tailed hawks, peregrine falcons, among many others up there. So let's hit the trail and just enjoy the view. Thanks.